Yahoo. Yahoo! Hello, everybody. Yahoo! Yep, my name's Tony Winchester. This is Tony's Talk Show, and we're here tonight live with the fabulous Gears of War. Hell yeah! God damn, it's so great to see you.
It's good to see you too, Tony.
Yeah, man. Hey, love the beard. Love the beard. Yeah. Yahoo! Gears of War. Thank you for your 6 years of service. Hell yeah. That's the first thing I want to make sure I say. I know a lot of people say that, but you know, like my dad was in the World War II. My two brothers were a Vietnam veteran, or one was a Vietnam veteran, the other was stationed in Germany during Vietnam, you know. And my brother Gene, he did 2 tours of duty in Vietnam as a radio man, you know. And I just know what it was like to have my brothers torn away and have to go overseas, you know. And I know you volunteered to serve your country. And, you know, in the old days, they used to have to draft them. But nowadays, everybody who goes as a volunteer. And I just love it, you know. So thank you for being a patriot. Thank you for being a great man. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And, you know, also, thank you for the entertainment. I watch you, and it's really fun watching you when you're over there playing Gears of War 5. You know, you get into it, man, and you're real serious, and you got them looks on your face, and I just love it, you know. So thank you for entertaining us as a streamer, yeah.
No problem, Tony, no problem.
Now, you were away for 8 months. How long have you been back?
I've been back for a little over a month and a half now. My last day was December 23rd.
Cool. So, you know, and to come back with this coronavirus crap, you know what I mean? Oh, God, you know?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, and it still is, you know, it's a pain in the ass, you know? Sometimes you can't leave your house, sometimes you can, and, you know, and me, I'm scared to go outside because, you know, I don't want to die from coronavirus, you know? I'm old and I smoke too much and my lungs are shot out, so.
Yeah, the first thing I was looking forward to when getting back was going out and like having a nice burger and some fries at some place, but
Yeah.
everything was locked down, so
Yeah.
I had to settle for like some Chick-fil-A.
Let's go. Oh, settle for. Oh my God. Yeah. No, I only ate at Chick-fil-A one time in my whole life, and I didn't go there. It was brought home to me, you know. So I had a chicken sandwich and some of the fries. And I got to tell you, their waffle fries are fantastic, you know.
Yeah, they are.
So where is your favorite chain restaurant to go eat?
I would have to say probably Wendy's.
Right on. Wendy's is really, really good. You know, and they make some fantastic salads too.
Yeah, I like getting their Frosties. I don't know why, but
Yeah. Yeah, their Frosties are delicious. Yeah. And plus, I love looking at Wendy. You know, Wendy's that cute little red-headed girl. You know, she makes me laugh. You know, so
yeah.
and then you see her in real life, and she's real old. You know, and you go, "Well, damn, you know that ain't Wendy." Well, it was 45 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you a football fan?
Yeah, Cleveland Browns fan. Game today was pretty heartbreaking, but
That's what I thought. You know.
they did well. They did
Yeah.
well.
I heard their player or their quarterback did real good and almost engineered a comeback. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, the second half. They almost came back, but it's okay. Next year.
Yeah. Hey, how long have you been a gamer?
Oh man. I would say since I was like 8 or 9. My first console I started playing on was a Dreamcast. I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but yeah.
Yeah, I know what Dreamcast is. Yeah.
Yeah. Played that, and then I played the GameCube. That was my favorite console, and then Xbox. Now PC.
Yeah. Um. So how long have you been playing Gears of War?
Oh man, I've played it since 2006 when it was released on the 360.
Uh huh.
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah. So I know that you're playing Gears of War 5, but like what version or what game would you say is your all-time favorite game to play?
My all-time favorite is Gears of War 1, the very first one that was released. That was my favorite, but 5's not too bad.
What'd you like about it?
I liked it was really like skill based. Like you had to invest a lot of time in the game to be good. So it was kind of like, I don't know. There was something about it, about being good at it. You can be like, yeah, I don't know.
Did you have an Atari?
I have an Atari Flashback, which has a bunch of Atari games on it, but
Yeah.
never owned an original one.
Huh. Well, you know, from what I understand, that those things are worth a lot of money now, huh?
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah, they're like collectors collect them. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Because they're real old, you know, and
Yeah.
they were some of the very first things on. I had an OG Atari, and it blew up. Damn! So what kind of computer do you have? Did you build it yourself?
Yeah, every computer. I've been in IT for roughly around 10 years now. So every computer I've owned, I've built myself. So right now I just have a desktop with a 10900K and a 1080 Ti.
Right on. Then you got a damn good setup. That way, when all these guys go to watch you, they're gonna get to watch at 60 frames and not have a bunch of drops. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
How long have you been streaming?
So I was streaming for, it was probably like 4 or 5 months, and then I had to stop for deployment. And now that I have a steady schedule, I can actually stream every day, so I started picking it back up.
Cool. Remember when you first came home from deployment, I asked you if you were going to do it again.
Yep. I do remember that.
Yeah, and I told you if you decided that you wanted to make sure you let me know so I could host you and so I could bring you on the show as a guest and help promote your channel.
Yep.
So I remember it too, my friend. Yeah. And because we used to host you, I'm not saying all the time, but we used to host you quite a bit before you went on deployment.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely did.
Yeah, and like I said, I always enjoyed watching your show. You're a great guy, and you're really fun. You must be a little nervous right now because your personality and outgoing. You get mad when you lose, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes Gears of War. Yeah. You can make me mad.
Yep. Look in the background, and we know exactly why you're a Cleveland Browns. We know for sure you're a Cleveland Browns fan when we look in the background.
Yeah.
He flies that proudly. So who's your all-time favorite Brown? And then who's your all-time favorite Brown that you saw play?
I had really high hopes for RG3. I really thought he was going to do good for the Browns, but
yeah,
thought he was going to lead us to the promised land, but he ended up doing nothing. So
yeah.
I haven't been to a Browns game yet. I was supposed to go, but the lockdown happened. But I hope to next year. My buddy is actually a Browns fan too. And we're trying to link up if lockdown ever goes away and see a game.
Yeah. Now, I until I saw you live on stream, you act real mature and you act old, okay? Like I thought you might have been in your 40s, okay? How old are you?
I just turned 26.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, once I saw you on stream, I knew you were a lot younger, but I'm just saying until I actually saw you on stream, I thought, man, this guy's he's an older guy. Yeah, you can tell he's mature and he's friendly, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And you got a good wit. I love you got a quick wit, and it's fun.
Yeah. Well, I think everyone should be at least some level of mature and afford people respect that they deserve.
Now, do you ever get trolled?
Honestly, not really. For some reason I've never really had any trolls in my stream.
Well, cool. Maybe Gears of War 5 is just that game, to where the people are serious when they go there,
Yeah, I mean the community's pretty, mad as it is anyways, so.
Yeah. Yeah, Clumsy Chemist says, me neither till RuneScape. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the RuneScape community, but there's some bad ones.
Yeah. We have this princess who's in our chat right now. Her name is Leah Adorable. She's a RuneScape streamer. She's really, really a nice lady. Her husband's name is Max. When we did Rune West, her and her husband came out and spent like 5 days there at the hotel in Kansas City and hung out at Rune West all 3 days. And this was so sweet to us. You know what I mean? Just unbelievable. And I just want to make sure I say hello to Leah Adorable. I don't mean to be cutting into your time, but what happened was they had a tornado hit them, and they went without power for like 2 months, and then boom, another tornado hit them, and they're just now getting power back.
Wow.
So yeah. So anyway, it's so nice to see her. I saw her husband Max on for just a few minutes the other day. Yeah. You guys are amazing. Hurricane. Yeah. Is it a hurricane or a tornado? I get it confused. Do you know the answer?
Doing well.
What's the difference between a hurricane and a tornado? Is it one is out in the ocean and the other is
yeah.
That's what I think. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, hurricane is a tropical storm. Okay. I get confused. Yeah. Anyway, do you being in the military, okay, sometimes military people, they get privy information, okay? So have you ever heard anything about UFOs?
I don't know. I believe UFOs exist. NASA not too long ago released some documents on actual unidentified flying objects that they couldn't identify. So, I mean, they're to them they have actually seen them. So,
Yeah. I just think it's interesting as hell, don't you?
yeah, I 100% agree.
Now, do you ever see ghosts, or do you believe in ghosts exist?
So I used to, when I was little, one of my friend's grandmas used to go ghost hunting, all the time actually, and I went with her a little bit, and I would like to believe they exist, but like I'm kind of like, I'm kind of like a man of science, so I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I need to like, it's hard for me to believe in them.
Yeah. It's hard to believe that they, like it's somebody's soul who's lost or
Yeah,
for whatever reason, didn't get to go in any direction. Yeah, I guess that's what they say they are, right?
yeah. Like,
But I would think maybe there's people who come from a different dimension. It's from the scientific aspect, right?
yeah,
There's
yeah,
people say there's lots of different dimensions, what I mean, that exist. And maybe it's somebody who's just kind of figured out how to sneak over here temporarily from a different dimension.
yeah. I was reading an article the other day, and it was saying apparently there's this quantum string theory that they prove that multiple dimensions exist, but
Right.
I didn't really read into it that much, but it was pretty interesting.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, or I don't make, you might be like me and not really even know, but quantum is basically, they've figured out how to send information like on computers at the speed of light so that they're capable of receiving things from the past and the future. Am I right or wrong? Or
I mean, that is like a part of it, like quantum computing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like think there's prototype quantum CPUs and computers out now. But yeah, that is a part of it where they were actually able to send a particle and have it receive. It was like nanoseconds, but
Yeah.
technically it was in the past.
Mm-hmm. Or in the future, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just curious. I didn't want to spend your whole time on the ghosts or UFOs, but
Yeah, that's no problem.
Now, yeah, you've got a pretty good RuneScape character. How long have you been playing RuneScape?
So I've been playing RuneScape since I was about 12 or 13. I really like RuneScape, but I take breaks from it, some long breaks. I mean, I didn't get my first 99 until it was almost a 10-year account. So
Damn. Well, that's wild. I liked RuneScape so much, I really took to woodcutting right off the bat, and I was getting 99 woodcutting. Okay. So once I got 99 woodcutting on one character, I started a second character and got 99 woodcutting on it. And those were my first two 99s. Yeah.
I like woodcutting and fishing. Those are probably my two favorite. Slayer might be a close.
Magic Patrick says, has staking ever been a determining factor in taking a break?
No, I have always stayed away from the same casino. One time I thought about going, and then I talked myself out of it.
Yeah, that way you keep your stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Have you ever been hacked?
I have actually. I have. That was I had a black Santa hat. And yeah, I got cleared. My bank got cleared probably about 6 years ago.
Huh?
And then I took a huge break. I'm like, man. And then recently, probably about 2 years ago, I got back into it.
Doesn't that make you sick when you hear that they fired a RuneScape Jagex guy for hacking,
Yeah, that is crazy.
He'd go in and clean people's accounts out and then sell it for money on the market,
Yeah. I bet he made a lot of money too.
That bastard. And I guess he had some other people who were like partners with him, Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
There was a rumor that he moved to Argentina to avoid prosecution, believe it or not. So, it must have been a large amount of money, right?
Yeah. That's crazy.
I think it is, Why would you want to move to Argentina of all places? Have you, I'm sure, going all over the world in the Navy. What countries have you been to?
I haven't been to too many. Mainly when my last deployment, we were, the coronavirus was already happening. So every port was in lockdown. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I've got to, I've been to or got to see Bahrain, Spain, United Arab Emirates. There's another country over by the Persian Gulf in the Middle East. I can't remember. Qatar, I think it is. Qatar, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, mainly countries around there, the Middle East.
Cool. What countries would you like to go to?
I would say I'd like to go back to Spain, to be honest. Spain was pretty nice.
Cool.
There was a lot of culture there.
Yeah. Were the girls good looking?
I mean, yeah.
When I lived in India, none of the girls shaved their legs, none of them shaved their armpits, and none of them knew what nair was, okay? So I don't know about you personally, but when you see a girl walking down the street, when you see every girl walking down the street and they got real hairy legs, okay? I'm sorry, but man, I can't get into it, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a sexist or a jerk, or we're just talking about what's attractive to you and what's not.
Yeah, definitely.
And when you see them, and they got a big beard sticking down under their arms, and they got a bigger mustache than you, you're going, damn.
A lot of, unfortunately, a lot of countries overseas have a lot of,
well, I don't know that it's, I think maybe we're the screwed up ones, you know what I mean? And I think maybe my thought process is screwed up, but, it's just from our culture, here women shave their legs,
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
So when you think of, oh, God, that girl's got some great legs right there, they're not real hairy,
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of different, cultural barriers.
Yeah. Anyway, I was just curious, what Spain was like, because you see all kinds of girls from Spain in magazines or whatever, or on the internet, and they're all real pretty,
Yeah.
Now, do you speak any foreign languages?
No. I tried to learn German.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get very far with that. I tried to learn Spanish. I know words here and there, Germany, das ist nicht gut. That is not good, but I don't really know that much.
How do you say beer?
I'm not sure how to say that.
Yeah. Are you a drinker?
Sometimes. I think drinking is okay as long as it's in moderation and you don't. I think for everything in life, as long as you don't let something you like ruin or hurt your life, then you're okay to do it. But as soon as it does, you need to stop.
Or others, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I always say. I don't care what you do. It's none of my business what you do, as long as you're not hurting other human beings,
Yeah, I agree completely.
Yeah. So, my neighbor, any neighbor, not my neighbor, but any neighbor, he could play his music as loud as he wants, any kind of music he wants. Who cares? As long as he's not disturbing other people, Yeah. Yeah, and I really believe that, So I don't care if I don't care who anybody sleeps with. I don't care how many people they sleep with. I don't care what sex they sleep with. I don't even care if they sleep with an animal. Okay, as long as they're not hurting nobody, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
Like a long time ago, these Mormons, you know, they'd get married to like 5 or 6 different women, you know.
Yep.
Now I can't speak for you, but I've never been able to make one happy. So what the hell would I do with 5 or 6? Okay? But anyway, but it's none of my business, you know, because if they're happy, why should I care, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So, um, did you ever think about, gee, what if I hadn't joined the Navy? What if I would have joined the Army or the Air Force or?
Yeah, there were points in my career where I definitely thought I was going to get out of the Navy and join. I actually wanted to join the National Guard. I wanted to get out and try to join the National Guard or the Peace Corps, but never ended up doing that. The Peace Corps, if you've ever had a security clearance, then you're not allowed to join them. Yeah, and then the National Guard.
I didn't know that. How would you describe Gears of War to a noob?
Well, if you've played Mass Effect, it's the same camera style. It's a third-person shooter, and it's mainly like TDM based. Just a third-person shooter where you kill people called locusts, kind of like mutants that live underground, and pretty much what all 5 games are about is humanity trying to survive.
Yeah. Now, in your days on Twitch, and I don't just mean as a streamer, but anybody, okay? Did you when you first started, did you have like 3 or 4 or 2 or 3, whatever, streamers that you really liked watching and that kind of influenced you?
Yes, funny you should ask that. Actually, RS Glory and Gold was the one who made me wanted to start streaming initially. Yeah. So back in like 2017, when I started watching this channel, I think it was end of 2016, early 2017. I always wanted to be a streamer because I like how friendly and like your community, like that. I like being supportive and helping people. So kind of made me want to start streaming.
I got to stop you right there, okay? This isn't, you said your community, okay? Yeah. Here's a word, this is part of your community too, because you helped build it, okay? You've been a big influence and a hell of a lot of help, okay? So believe me, you should take some credit for building RS Glory and Gold, and we should say our community, okay? Yeah. I hope you do take some ownership for it, and I hope you can say that with pride, you know, because we don't let just a bunch of yahoos come in here and cause trouble, you know what I mean? And try to keep it clean for the women and, be respectful. Now, how long you been married?
Let's see. I met my wife in 8th grade. And then we got married in 2015. So
cool.
About 5 years now.
Is she real supportive of you streaming?
Yeah. Yep.
Good. Yeah. Now, you said that I inspired you, okay? How and why?
I think it was just because how supportive you are. I really like how like giving and happy you are. I mean, you don't really, if someone's being negative, you don't really stand for it, like, I don't know.
Well, good. Now, let me ask you another question, okay? Who are some of the other people that you used to watch and that you really liked?
Unfortunately, everyone else who really I really liked watching, they don't really stream anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, I had the main streamers who really got me into streaming Gears of War. and got me a part of that community was a streamer called Gator Dude. But unfortunately, he doesn't stream anymore. And then a streamer called Solo, which he doesn't stream anymore either.
On your stream, do you have, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who are very supportive that you'd like to give a shout out, or maybe they're mods, or maybe they're big donors, or maybe they're just nice people that you get to see every day?
For my stream, I would like to give a shout out to Jakey P. He's always been a big supporter. He's always coming into my stream, lurking and supporting me, so I really appreciate that. And then Saint Testify is another one. He's he actually recently got into streaming. He's trying to build a community, but he's one of my close friends too.
Right.
I actually served with him, so it's cool.
Wow, you can't beat that, huh?
Yeah.
Do you stay in touch with anybody from school or anything like that? Or did you know any gamers when you were in school?
I didn't really, I never really started watching Twitch or YouTube or really anything like that until probably like 2015, 2016. I was more, growing up, I was more into like electronics and building stuff. Not really into gaming that much.
Yeah. So you've been married 5 years. How'd you meet your sweetheart, you know?
So I met her in 8th grade, actually. She was actually a friend of my sister's. She would come over to our house sometimes to hang out with my sister, so that's how I met her.
Now, do you think she had the hots for you and she was just using your sister as an excuse to come over?
I don't think it started out that way, but I think it got to that point.
Cool. Yeah. Well, thanks, sis. We appreciate your assistance there. Hell yeah. Got to pass an assist off to the sister.
Exactly.
He said, one song says, I have one question for him. Do they collect these shell casings on the ship, or do they just fall into the water? Seen a video? You wonder. Yeah.
So whenever we do gun shoots, it depends on what caliber they are. So like when we're firing the 5-inch, which is like the cannon, we will collect those. When we're firing, the 50 cal, we'll collect those. Any big caliber, but when we're shooting rifle or, our pistols just for qualifications for people on board, we'll collect those, but sometimes they get just thrown into the ocean.
Now, what kind of ship, the biggest ship you were ever on, which one was it? And I don't care about the name, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I've been on almost every type of ship, besides some of the, I've never been on a minesweeper or a cruiser, or a PC, but I've been on an aircraft carrier, which is definitely by far the biggest ship.
Yeah. I mean, those things are like 2 football fields,
Yeah, they're massive. It's honestly crazy. I don't know.
They have like 20 or 25,000 people living on them at all times, So,
yeah, it's just crazy. Standing beside one, it takes up a whole dock, or pier.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's like 2 football fields,
Yeah.
2 stadiums put into one, And can you imagine, having 25,000 beds and 25,000 meals 3 times a day, and oh my God. Now, I'll tell you what I heard, okay, because I have a cousin that was stationed 3 or 4 times on an aircraft carrier. He said they had a McDonald's there, they had a Burger King there, they had a Taco Bell there. Now, is any of that true?
Maybe on the newest carriers, but every carrier I've been on, it's the ship's force, the people who are actually on that ship, cooking all the food and serving it.
Mhm.
I've never seen one of those.
So you could go get a sundae, or you could go get a, whatever.
I don't know about a sundae, but
Mhm.
sometimes they have ice cream.
Cool.
It's usually every day they have set. They send out what's called a plan of the day in the morning, and that'll have what's available for lunch and dinner and breakfast.
Well, I've seen videos of tours of the big, like an aircraft carrier, and they actually did have little restaurants inside there. You know what I mean? And like you said, I'm sure it's the newest ones, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely possible. Like, I've heard of it too. Like, someone told me there's a Starbucks on the aircraft carrier they were on.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it.
Yeah. Well, that'd be cool there to be able to go get some coffee, huh?
Yeah, that would be awesome to have a break from ship food.
Yeah. If they had Leanna Stop coffee, you know what I mean? Yeah. Leanna Stop coffee. Hell yeah. Got to put a plug in for my coffee sponsor, She sends me coffee from Wisconsin.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then you see a picture of her and you go, damn, this coffee tastes even better now. I'm rotten. So when you wake up in the morning, do you watch the news? Do you read the newspaper, or do you just relax and look out the window? I mean, it's after 6 weeks of being back after 8 months. You know what I mean? It's got to be a big change.
Yeah. Right now, I'm a contractor who actually works on naval ships. So like, usually I'll wake up about 5 a.m., make breakfast, brush my teeth and everything, and then go to work. And then I'll find out what ships are having issues, what I need to do, what issues they're having. Now I'll head out to the ships and work on them.
I see.
I only work on network related things though.
Yeah. Now, is that like Norfolk, Virginia or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. The only reason I know anything about that place is from Tom Clancy novels. Okay. Do you ever read books?
I used to. Actually, I used to love reading books. I used to be a huge like Dean Koontz fan, and but not recently.
I see. Now, do you ever wear a hat? Do you ever wear a hat?
Yes, I do. I have to because I'm balding. So, usually I'll wear like a beanie usually.
I see. Well, we have a friend here that works next to the base in Miramar, California. Have you ever been there?
I haven't. To be fair, I haven't really tried to go to the West Coast. I never really wanted to because it's such a huge move to East Coast to West Coast. So
oh yeah,
I didn't really want to do that while I was married. So I tried to stay East Coast.
Now, what state were you like raised in?
I never really was raised in one state. So I moved, it was 22 times by the time I was 12 because my dad was in the military as well. So I never really stayed anywhere too long. I spent a lot of time in Pennsylvania though. That's probably where I spent the most time.
Well, other than the big city, or two big cities, that's a wonderful place to be.
Yeah. I like Pennsylvania.
People are friendly. People are nice. It's beautiful there.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't care for Pittsburgh and I didn't care for Philadelphia, but other than those two, I thought it was a fabulous place to go, and it would be a fabulous place to live. Yeah. There's a lot of little towns in Pennsylvania that are dying.
Hmm.
And I just thought it would be so much fun to move to one of those towns and like remodel or renovate their old downtown. You know what I mean? Buy up some of the buildings there
Yeah.
and open a new movie theater or open a new coffee shop or cafe, and
Yeah.
old style. I just
It
think
was
that'd be fun.
the town I grew up in. It only had like one. It had a population of like 150 people. It wasn't much at all. But like some of the towns near it, like Titusville and whatnot, it was so sad going to them because all the stores were closing down and like they were pretty much all boarded up.
Yeah. I
And
just think
like,
it would be fun to go there and, buy one of those old buildings and fix them up and
yeah,
renovate them.
yeah, that would be awesome.
So out of all the places you've been in your whole life, where is your favorite place?
I would have to say North Carolina, simply because I like the weather in North Carolina the most.
Mm-hmm.
Because it never gets. I mean, it gets cold. They don't really get that much snow though, and it
Right.
doesn't really get that hot. So that would be my favorite.
Yeah, I was born there.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I was born in Bryson City, Swain County, North Carolina. Now, Swain County is all the privately owned land right in the center of the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. So,
Okay.
for whatever reason, there's this great big huge national park and they did not incorporate Swain County into it. Okay. So if you want to own private land and be inside the national park, that's the only place you can do it. And
Oh,
I have thousands of relatives that live in Bryson City, Swain County, North Carolina. My mother's maiden name was Breedlove and my father's name was Winchester. And 75% of the people who live in that town are either named Breedlove or Winchester.
oh, wow.
Yeah. So we moved to California when I was 6, and I lived in California 39 years. I'm so glad because you know what? What are your chances of finding a girlfriend when everybody is your damn cousin? Yeah. Now I wasn't thinking that at 6, but later on I was thinking about that. I
Yeah.
went back there for my dad's funeral, and I thought, damn. Yeah. Clumsy chemist, Sam and Dean Winchester are not real. That's right. They are fake frauds and part-time broads. That's right. They would love to be a real Winchester. Yeah. Damn, I can't believe I said that. Yeah, people always ask me about Sam and Dean Winchester. Do you know who they are?
Yeah, from that one TV show.
Yeah, Ghost Hunter or some shit. I don't know. It's Supernatural. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one guy, he's every girl's heartthrob.
Yep.
That's why I wanted to invite you on the show here, because now the women of America and the world have a second heartthrob. Hell yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Now, how long have you worn glasses? Your whole life?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I started about 20 years ago, and it was because of these damn computers. So
Yeah.
I can see great, and I can take my glasses off and read almost everything, but I can't read chat. So I have to wear glasses to be able to read chat.
Yeah, I definitely my glasses have like a blue light filter in them, so when I look at computer screens, it's not as straining for my eyes.
Because that's your work too, right?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite thing to do every day?
Every day?
Well, what's your favorite thing to do, period? How's that?
I think my favorite thing to do, I like golfing a lot. I haven't really been golfing in a while, but I think that's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
I would have to say.
Have you ever gone and watched any golf matches or just watched them on TV? Or
Yeah, I watch them on TV sometimes, but I've never been in person.
who's your favorite golfer?
Oh, man. I mean, it used to be Tiger Woods, but I don't know about now.
Hey, you can't hate on the guy for loving women, okay?
Yeah. He returned to golfing too, and he's doing all right.
Yeah, didn't he win the Masters after that?
Yeah, so still has it.
Can't beat that, yeah. But yeah, but I understand what you mean. Anybody who cheats on their wife in my book's no good.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean they're not a great golfer.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody told me, of course, Tiger Woods wins the Masters all the time. I mean, after all, he spends all day long putting it in the hole. That sounds terrible. That was terrible. Anyway, Leah Dorable says, I squint at the paper now all the time. Yeah. So what do you drink? Do you drink coffee or do you drink tea or Cokes or?
So my favorite soda to drink is ginger ale. I don't really like any other soda too much. And then if I'm not drinking that, I like coffee, black coffee, or tea.
Cool. So you're like me. I never, like once every 6 months, I like to get a French vanilla coffee. Okay. But other than that, once every 6 months, I just like plain old black coffee,
Yeah. Yeah.
And the hotter, the better,
Yeah.
So them guys that go to Starbucks and spend $5 on a cold cup of coffee, I think to myself, what the hell? Hey, them guys would buy anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, extra hot. Hell yeah. Should have known, huh? Clumsy chemist would want it extra hot. Yeah. Now you're probably too young to have actually ever watched like Arnold Palmer or there was a couple of other guys that were extremely good, but there was a guy from Australia and I'm trying to remember his name. They called him the White Shark, and he was a one of the top golfers for I don't know maybe 10 years. Before that I never heard of him and I haven't really heard of him after that. But man, that guy for 10 years he just beat the hell out of everybody.
Wow.
It's almost like, you get your confidence up and the next thing you know, guess what? You can beat anybody,
Yeah. 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 I used to actually play golf in high school, play on our golf team. So it was pretty fun, honestly. Kind of miss it.
Now, how many guys were on your golf team?
There were 7 people.
Yeah. Now, did you have junior varsity and varsity at your high school? Because I know you went to a small school.
No, we were all just one.
Okay. No, and you would actually play against other high schools, right?
Yep.
I know a guy who was a college golfer. He got a scholarship to play college golf.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I thought
that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, get to do his favorite thing and get free school for it.
Yeah.
So, what's the best round you ever shot in 18 holes?
Oh. I've never been really that good. I think the best I've ever hit was like high 90s, like 98. But
well, they said, believe it or not, they say you're pretty good if you're a hacker. In other words, you're not out there every day, and you can break 100, then you're a pretty good golfer.
Yeah, that was when I was golfing like every week.
The first time I ever went and played golf, and I'll never forget it, I shot 164. Yeah. The next time I played, I shot 137,
Nice.
And the best I ever did was 119.
Nice.
And I tell people, I used to live on a golf course. I did. There were some apartments complexes that were built, and it was literally on the golf course, And ever so often you'd go outside and there'd be a golf ball laying over there, and I'd steal them. But anyway, we'd sneak out there and play golf,
Nice.
Now, I don't mean we did it every day or even every week, but, just once in a while,
Yeah, yeah.
And it was a fun game, And I didn't take it too serious. I knew I was never going to be Arnold Palmer, I
Yeah,
just thought it was fun to see how far you could hit the ball. And once in
yeah.
a while, get a bucket of balls and just go out and see just how far we could hit them, And then one time I hit this ball, and instead of it going 300 yards out there, which none of mine ever did, but it went about 5 yards directly into the guy standing next to me's crotch. God, I thought I was going to die.
Oh no.
It went right off the tip of the club. And it made it go. Pew! Hit him in the leg, but you know what I mean, right? Right in that spot, And Jesus Christ. Man, that guy jumped and screamed and yelled for a good 5 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes, yeah. And he had a big bruise there,
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, explain that one to your girlfriend, yeah.
There's a driving range near us. It's called Top Golf. I like going there because it's like a driving range, but the golf balls have chips in them, and you have to try to hit targets.
Mm-hmm.
And you're scored on like how well you hit them, or how close you are. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it sounds like it to me. Now, did you ever go miniature golfing?
Yes, I love mini putt.
I do too. So I get a real kick out of trying to get a hole in one.
Yeah.
I'll sit out there all day long, and it's on the same damn hole. I'll step aside and let people go past. You know what I mean? Trying to figure out just how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Fortunately, I don't. There's one around us that's like it's like a neon one that you play in the dark and everything's lit up by neon.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool. I've been wanting to go there.
Well, I hope you do. Yeah. So did the Cleveland Browns ruin your Sunday?
No. I mean, they were playing on, like dealers' money, so like that it was they were never supposed to get this far, so I'm just happy for them.
Yeah, me too. And I hope that they build on it and come back and play great next year. I really do,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I thought I thought they had a real good team, and then they got that wide receiver from the Giants,
Mm-hmm.
And I thought he was going to make a big difference for them, but he didn't do shit, What's his name? That big, they paid him like, I don't know, some like 30 million or some shit. He came from the Giants.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name though.
Yeah. He might still be there, okay, but
I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah. Do you know their receiver names?
Say again?
Do you know their names of the receivers? Odell Beckham, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely.
When they signed him, I thought he was going to really make a huge difference for Cleveland,
Yeah.
Because they got 2 great running backs, I think, don't you?
Yeah. I think it's more like, because the past couple of years, they've been picking up a lot of people. So I think it's more about like team chemistry. Like they need to learn how to play together. They need to work more on that.
Now, we've talked about a lot of things. We haven't talked about movies, okay? Do you like movies? Have you seen any good movies lately, or?
I'm not a huge movie fan. I don't really watch them. I don't really watch TV, to be honest, but yeah, there are some I like.
Well, tell us.
I would have to say my favorite series by far is Lord of the Rings. Second favorite, Harry Potter.
Did you see Wonder Woman?
No, I didn't.
So you didn't see the first one or the second one, huh?
No, unfortunately, I've never really seen any of the DC or Marvel movies.
Oh, wow. Every one of them is fantastic, man. I swear to God, okay? Yeah,
Yeah,
to be, yeah.
that's what I heard. I saw the like Batman versus Superman one.
Mhm.
Um, and I saw Black Panther,
Yeah.
but those are the only ones I've seen.
Isn't that just heartbreaking, that poor guy? You know what I mean? He was fighting cancer the whole time.
Yeah, that is really sad.
Yeah, and then he died. And oh man, that came as a total shock to me.
Yeah, he was doing so well too. Like, I don't know, sad.
Now,
I think.
you know, Batman versus Superman. There was, in my mind, there was two of them. Okay, because one, Batman was trying to kill Superman, and then the other, he was trying to bring him back. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah. I remember watching the really old Batman movies with Danny DeVito and
Yeah, the Penguin.
yeah, yeah,
And Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr.
yeah.
Freeze. Yeah. And, you know, the Catwoman, of course, and whatever her name was, Miss Poison or Poison Ivy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Those were good movies, man, and they get you hooked on it. You know,
Yeah.
we've gotten to the hour, okay? And we like to try and keep these all 1 hour. I hope you understand, okay?
Yeah.
You know, I've learned so much about you, man, and you're a really, really good dude, man. I'm real proud to have you as my friend. And
Thank you.
yeah, I mean, you know, you're a class act, you know, and I made a joke earlier and about honor, you know, but let me tell you something. I'm honored to have you as a friend, and I mean that, okay? Um, like I said, you're a class act, and you know, nowadays you meet all these people that are just, I don't know, okay, like they don't have morals and they don't, you know, they just act like, you know, weirdos or something. As far as I'm concerned. Now I know I'm an old guy and I have old standards, but let me tell you, based on old standards, you are one classy guy, and I'm sure you make your mom and dad very proud. And,
Thank you.
yeah, and I just wanted to make sure I said that, you know, because it's important to me, you know, that you know, nowadays you don't run across a lot of people who say what they mean and mean what they say, you know. So,
Yeah. I really appreciate it, Tony. You know, I'm super glad that I was able to become a part of this community 3 years ago.
yeah.
I'm glad I could grow with it, help support it.
We're damn proud to have you, you know, as a big part of our community. I mean that with all my heart and soul. Like I said, I want you to give it some thought about Diamonds and Gold. We'd love to have you as a team member, you know. And all it means is that we put your name there, and then when people who are on the team, when they get a chance, when they're going to host somebody, then they look there, and if you're on, they host you. You know, that's what it means. Okay, so you're not obligated to do anything. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't, you know what I mean? But it just means that you're a good guy and that we're proud to, you know what I mean, to have you as a teammate. So anyway, if you decide you want to, let us know, and we'll send you an invite.
Okay.
So what do you have planned for this upcoming week on your stream?
So, Gears of War, surprisingly, but I actually am thinking about starting to stream some virtual reality titles.
Uh-huh.
I got some horror games on virtual reality, like Blair Witch and Face Your Fears. So I'm thinking about streaming those and taking a look at those. So should be pretty great since I don't handle horror that well.
Well, you know, that's why I asked you, because I saw where you had said that you might be doing that tomorrow, you know, or maybe as early as tomorrow, you know.
Yeah.
So, and what time do you think you're going to be doing that?
I start my streams from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern. It really depends on how late I get stuck at work.
Uh-huh. So tomorrow, if you guys want to see some, this is going to sound funny, some VD, yeah. Is that, they do call it VD, right?
VR.
Oh, VR. Okay. Hey, you guys want to see some VR? Yeah. I thought I'd make you laugh at that. Hey, virtual reality. Yeah, you guys will get a chance to tune in and with Gears of War. And if one of our moderators could spam some Gears of War links in there, I'd be grateful. Yeah. Like he said, depending on what time he gets home from work tomorrow, between 3 and 5. And yeah, anyway, it's been really great, Gears of War. Thank you so much for being a guest here. And thank you so much for being a friend for so long. And before you go, I'm hoping we can get you to do a dab and a Yahoo with us.
All right. I can do that.
All right, I'll count it down. We'll do the dab, then we'll do the Yahoo, okay?
All right.
3, 2, 1, dab! Hell yeah! And how about a Yahoo?
Yahoo!
Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining me in Gears of War. Thank you all for being so wonderful. We love you to death. Yahoo! All the best, Gears of War. Thank you. We love you, man. Yahoo!